Hey guys! Today I'm going to be animating a scene for my upcoming show, Gifted Beasts, while I answer some questions from my Discord server. At the end of the video, you'll get to see what I've animated as a sneak peek. Since this is a speed draw, there will be a lot of flashing and flickering. If you are sensitive to that, the whole Q&A is written in the description. If you had to choose the best and worst food, what would they be and why are they ranked like that? Best is probably sushi or pizza because I never get tired of either. The worst is definitely yogurt because the smell and texture and everything about it really grosses me out. Were there any shows, movies, books, etc. that inspired Gifted Beasts? A lot of animated series on YouTube were a huge inspiration for Gifted Beasts. Dragon's Blood by Fluffy Ginger, Phantom Eyes by Bitty Bones, and 12 by Pet Peeves were the biggest ones. Books like Harry Potter, Percy Jackson, and Wings of Fire also have influences in certain aspects of the story, like Sakura's dreams that we'll start to see in episode 2. The Green Ember by S.D. Smith is also a huge inspiration for me in general when it comes to writing, characterization, and storytelling as a whole. How long have you been working on Gifted Beasts? Aspen, Sakura, and Lyra, who you'll learn about later in the series, were made in 2022 when I first started getting into digital art, but at that point they didn't have any story to them. At the start of 2023, I began developing the story of Gifted Beasts, but it changed heavily and I started from scratch in the middle of 2023. So it's been a solid 2 years since I seriously began creating it. Who is your favorite character to draw from Gifted Beasts? Navo for sure. His shapes and colors are just very fun. Which character do you relate to the most? I relate to all my main characters strongly, but I think the main trio, Aspen, Navo, and Sakura, all show different sides of me the best. Sakura shows my want to make things right when they aren't fair, and also my quickness to anger. Aspen is my anxiety manifested into a character, and Navo's my goofy side. There are some characters who join the main trio later who I also relate to heavily. Which character is the most fun and or the most challenging to write? There's a character named Aubin who is both the most challenging and my favorite to write. His backstory episode was super fun because I had the idea for it for so long and it felt amazing to get it into writing. He's a pretty complicated character though, so figuring out how he interacts with others and how his past affected him was really hard, and I wanted to make sure I did it right, especially since the show focuses on him for a good portion toward the end. Who's your favorite character writing and design-wise? I think Navo has to win this one too. He's super goofy and his dialogue is so fun, and like I said before, he's very fun to draw. His original design is by Tega Wolf, and she did amazing with him. I will say though that I'm very happy with Quill's design, but I don't think he beats Navo. Which character, in your opinion, has the best storyline, and which character has the best character arc? Quill, as tragic as his life is, has a pretty good storyline. It's not a happy one, but I think it's pretty good. It's hard to pick a best character arc, but I think I'll have to go with Poppy. What is your favorite type of character to write, and what is your least favorite type? My favorites are the super silly and happy characters and the super grumpy characters. I especially enjoy interactions between them. My least favorite are the villains, just because I don't think I'm very good at them. I'm happy with Ridge, but the antagonist in episode 10 could have been better, I think. What animation app do you use, and do you have any pets? I use Krita for drawing and animating. Our house has 2 dogs, 3 cats, a rabbit, a snake, and several chickens, but only 2 of the cats are actually mine. Is there a specific episode you're more excited to work on compared to others? I think episode 6 is going to be fun to draw, but I'm honestly really excited for episode 5 because the backgrounds are going to be super easy. 10, 12, and 17 are also some favorites of mine I'm excited to get to. Are there going to be any queer characters? There's very little romance in Gifted Beasts, and the characters who are in relationships are straight. Are there going to be any disabled characters? The characters Cove and Quill are both unable to use one of their legs due to an injury. There's also a character whose name I can't reveal yet who is mute. Is there lore/secrets to put together throughout the series that won't be explicitly revealed in the episodes? Everything will be revealed eventually, but there's a lot to theorize about throughout the show. While it won't be MatPat levels of lore, there is a lot to put together about certain characters' backstories. Episode 2 will give a lot to theorize about. What is your favorite part about making Gifted Beasts? The animation, editing, storyline, etc. Writing the show is a lot of fun and probably my favorite part so far. I think storyboarding/sketching is my least favorite part just because it takes a lot of thought and is a slow process. Line art and backgrounds are also really fun because I can just listen to some music or an audiobook and trace my sketch. Do you think there will be a season 2? I don't think I'll make it season 2. I have played around with sequel ideas in my head, but I have other stories I want to tell after Gifted Beasts. Once the show's done, there will definitely be more to come. If you have any questions for me or the characters of Gifted Beasts, ask them in the comments or in the Gifted Beasts Discord server. They can be about the show or completely unrelated. Now for the sneak peek.
Pine! Pine, you need to stop running off like that. Mom and Dad were really worried.
I know, I'm sorry. But look, she's sneaking into camp. What do you think she's gonna do?